Welcome to Unnewsworthy, the podcast bringing you the silliest stories from around the world to give you a bit of respite from the doom and gloom of today's news cycle. I'm James Keegan.
And I'm Nikhil.
Coming up in today's show,
Max Branning caught with his trousers down,
a man deported for wearing a leather skirt,
and a pedo on the run with a very bizarre condition.
All this and more on today's episode of Unnewsworthy. Right, should we have a little catch up then?
Yes.
So, my morning, I just got back from the dentist and I am fuming. I'm actually fuming with what they quoted me. I went in for a checkup, cheeky little £27.90 NHS jobby, and got in there and I have this thing in the top of my, one of the teeth in the top right of my mouth, and it's like, I don't know if it's decaying or it's a cavity or what. I don't know. I'm just like, I need it checked out, right? And he said to sort that out, 220 quid. And then I told him, oh, my teeth are grinding at night, so is there anything you can do about that? He was like, yeah, no problem. I can make you a guard or whatever to wear at night. 300 quid.
What, for a mouth guard?
Fucking ridiculous,
just go Sports Direct.
What'd you say?
Just go Sports Direct, you can get it for £2.50.
Honestly, I'm going to have to at this point. And he was like, oh, should I book you in then for the... I was like, no.
Nah, you're alright, mate.
Nah, mate. I was like, not today. He was like, well, no, not today, but I need to plan it. And I was like, nah, you don't need to plan it, mate. I promise you
plan
don't
it, but I won't be there.
Oh, mate, yeah, so that was my morning, which really irritated me.
Well, I'm going to the dentist tomorrow, and now I'm already wasn't looking forward to it, and now my bank account is also not looking forward to it.
Mate, good luck. Have you got anything wrong with you? Apart from anything wrong with your mouth, I should say, with your teeth.
Not that I know of. I mean, I think the snus doesn't help the old mouth.
I feel like the long-term effects of snus on the gums are going to have to be studied.
Oh yeah. It's not a long-term plan to be doing snus, I'm not going to lie. But I've always hated the dentist because I used to have a dentist, yeah, and he would just literally stab up my gums with his little like scalpel thing or whatever, and then they'd obviously bleed. And he'd be like, oh, your gums are bleeding. And like, I would just be in pain. Like, there's tears in my eyes. I'm basically crying because this guy's just stabbing me.
And was there anyone else in the office when this was taking place? Or was this after hours?
They always have their little bodyguard, don't they?
Yeah. There was one of those today. She went, they told me to go straight into the office. So I knocked on the door. She went, yes. And I went, should I come in or should I wait outside? And she opened the door. She goes, the dentist is not ready. I went, okay.
The dentist?
I was like, okay, all right then.
Sounds like a wrestler.
I'll go perch myself over in the waiting room, shall I?
Oh, the dentist.
For fuck's sake. I mean, at this point, they kind of are like premium, aren't they? The amount of money they're making compared to the rest of us. I mean, 500 quid for 2 little bits of work.
Yeah, what are their costs? I mean, they do have to rent out a family home. Why is it always in like a fucking semi-detached house?
Yeah, it's true. It is true. I think that's like for that's the classic suburbia experience. Mine's on the high street, but I know what you're talking about. Whenever I go like anywhere, like Bromley or east, somewhere out east, yeah, that's exactly how it is. It's just some old woman's gaff in it.
Yeah, it looks like the North Korean embassy.
Have you heard of Caroline, is it Levitt or Leavitt? You know, the White House press secretary?
I have heard of her, yeah.
You've heard of her, right? Like, everyone keeps... I mean, I was going to say everyone, but I mean, it's all the red pill podcasters keep mentioning her. Like, Rogan says that she's doing a great job and she's super young and all of that. So I was like, let me look into her have a look at, what she's up to. She's only 29, right? And she's already in this position. Mm-hmm. But here's the interesting part. Have you seen how old her husband is?
No.
You haven't seen this? No. Caroline Levitt is married to a 60-year-old. He's twice her age. Genuinely twice her age. It's
so
mental.
she, I'm going to double check this so that I don't get this wrong, but I know that whole cabinet, it's like full of like what appear to be quite good looking women.
What appeared to be.
Have you seen the before and afters?
No, I haven't.
They are all plastic surgeried up to the max.
Really?
Yeah, all of them.
Wow,
all
that's
of them.
surprising.
Christy Nome as well.
I can't lie, I didn't think of that when I saw Caroline Levitt. I thought, that's an all-natural woman, that.
If you search up Trump cabinet before and after plastic surgery.
Wow, that's so strange. I mean, it just shows how, like, reality TV this whole thing is.
Literally. But we're not talking about that because we're on Newsworthy. Yeah,
we're not talking about politics. That's why when it is politics, all I want to talk about is a 29-year-old attractive woman married to a 60-year-old man. That's the unnewsworthy bit of it, and it is quite unnewsworthy.
Well, definitely, I didn't know about it.
So strange. He's obviously minted. They have a kid together.
Fair play.
Fair play to the lad. I mean, I was going to criticise him and say, is it, I feel like women are less grossed out by that kind of thing. Like, with the whole Macron and Bridget thing, like, I've heard a lot of women be like, oh, actually, it's so cute. And are they fucking mental? She's about 80.
Yeah, Macron.
She's 8. She shouldn't be with him. And I feel like this is a male thing where you see this as more like disgusting. I don't know if that's my take. But then while I was thinking about all of this, I was like, I can't really criticise the lad because I'll probably be 60 married to a 29-year-old. I mean, I can't say too much because then they'll bring this up. So,
in your dreams, mate.
Yeah, got to be a millionaire like Mr. Ritchie or whatever the fuck his name is, Riccio.
Nicholas Riccio, yeah. That is gross, isn't it?
It is.
60
it is. I mean, come on, he could be her dad. And, like, not even in a sense of, like, oh, he's 18 years older than her. He could be her dad. No, he actually probably is her dad. Do you know what I mean?
And he actually kind of looks like he is her dad.
Yeah, honestly. So strange.
This is influencer politics.
Yeah. Influencification, mate. Reality politics, as you say.
Oh, they just had a second baby.
Damn.
Well, congratulations.
Congratulations to Riccio, mate. You set up.
Yeah. Well, she's doing all right for herself as well.
Yeah. Very well. Potentially the most successful. She'll be on the under 30s, won't she? 30 under 30.
She's under 30. That is crazy. She's the White House press secretary. I kind of want to see her CV now.
I think I've got into a bit of a rabbit hole with her as soon as I found out about her marital status. So she started, I think, as an intern in Trump's first administration, which was 10 years ago. And then she sort of just worked her way up and then continued to work there, I think, while Biden was in, I believe. And then she ran for Congress. But she didn't get it, obviously. And then Trump ended up promoting her to White House press secretary when he got in for the second time. Well,
she's a nasty piece of work, isn't she?
Yeah, she seems pretty good at what she does, I suppose. But I mean, I don't really. Well, I mean, I don't know. I was going to say how well are they doing, but I suppose they managed to distract us enough from the Epstein stuff, so they're doing pretty well.
I've only seen her be horrible. Exclusively horrible.
Anyway, that's too much politics for Unnewsworthy.
Yeah, let's get away from that.
Yeah, we'll get him right away from that.
Let's have a shower first.
We are going to be doing video episodes very soon. So this is episode 8, and the plan is from episode 10 that it will be video as well as audio. So however you guys like to listen to your podcasts, whether you like to watch them, because I know a lot of people I spoke to actually said, which surprised me because I'm quite like I listen to them mainly, and people have told me actually that they like to watch them. So I'm in the process of building a studio at the minute, and hopefully by episode 10, that's the plan, that it'll be both video and audio. So hopefully that'll be better for you guys if you want to watch along as well.
And they'll get to see what we look like.
Yes.
Brace yourselves.
It's about time, eh?
Yeah. Ugh. Okay, should we get into our first story?
Yes, let's do it.
Would you like to start, or would you like me to?
I have a feeling that we might have a very similar story, if not the same one, for our top one this week.
Okay.
I have a feeling, mate. But it has to be covered, regardless. So I've got a big one for the first story this week. This is Unnewsworthy heritage, this. So if you listen to the first episode of this podcast, you'll be very familiar with the Unnewsworthy legend that is John Stevenson, the 50-year-old who managed to pull his car up a hill with his knob. Well, I'm over the moon to inform you that John has done it again.
No, I don't have this.
You haven't seen this?
No.
Oh, great.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Great. I'm over the moon, mate. I'm over the moon. All right. So last time it was for mental health, and this time it's for prostate cancer.
Oh, nice.
But this time, John has not only managed to pull a French police car with his cock, he has managed to pull it whilst on fire.
With his cock? Wait, a French police car?
I don't know why it was a French police car.
Wait. You start that again.
So instead of his own Seat Ibiza, this time he's done it with a French police car. So he's pulled it with his knob again. But here's the thing. He's decided for some inexplicable reason to set himself on fire before doing it. So John is really up in the ante every time. So while John has pulled a car with his cock before, as we've covered, and has pulled another while on fire, the 50-year-old believes he is the first person in the world to do both at the same time. And I don't think we can argue with John here.
That's a good bet.
I think that is the first time that's ever happened.
Is he in France?
No, it was in the UK, and I don't know, I saw a picture of it, and it had UK plates as well, so I don't know where he's found this vehicle, but...
This is like... have you seen that picture of... I think it was in Ghana, and there was a Lewisham Council bin.
Oh my god, yeah, I have seen that. And then there was another one, there was a Lime bike in Jamaica, have you seen that?
No, I haven't seen
That was brilliant. Lewisham bin in Ghana is ridiculous, though.
Yeah, and I also saw, I think it was in Jamaica as well, someone had Tesco Finest, some frozen goods. Which is just amazing.
Oh my god. I'd just love to know the story behind those. How has that happened? How have they got a bin to Ghana from Lewisham? Genuinely. Like, what route does that bin have to take, and why is it worth it?
Yeah. What was being transported in that bin? So back to John.
So the painter and decorator told SWNS, "I've pulled a car with my testicles before, and I've pulled a car on fire. So I thought, why not combine the both, but this time do it with my penis." So
I have a question.
Yeah, go on.
Last time we were upset. Do you remember why?
Because we didn't believe he was doing it.
Yeah, his trousers were up.
Exactly. He has kept his trousers on, unfortunately. And John is actually sticking to the line that it was his testicles the first time, despite our suspicions. We thought it's either his jeans or his knob, but he actually stuck to the line that was with his balls and this one's with his knob. So he said, "I won't lie, it did hurt quite a bit." But my mind was focused on being on fire, and I just ploughed on and pulled it for around 40 meters. I doused myself in lighter fuel, and the wind was against me a bit, so it took a couple of attempts. I've got a few marks down there, but everything is still intact.
Is he? How do you? Do you not get burnt from being set on fire?
I think what he's saying is it does, but I think the man's so hard he just doesn't give a fuck.
Well, he wasn't wearing a protective suit or nothing.
I think he kind of was. I think he was wearing sort of like a protective jacket sort of thing, but I think he was just in jeans again.
Him and his jeans have seen a lot.
Honestly, mate, those poor jeans. What's he going to put him through next?
I want to see... No, wait, pause, but I want to see the state of his knob. After all these stunts.
Honestly, we all do. But hang on, there's a lot of joking and laughing here, but we can't ignore the serious causes behind the bizarre feat of human physicality. So John reminded us that there is a serious side to it too. I'm raising awareness of prostate cancer and bullying in schools.
Oh, well, that proves... Two very related subjects.
I don't know where he's pulling these causes out of, man.
They're not related to each other or the stunt.
I think John thinks that it has to have a cause for it to be in the news, but trust me, John, it will be in the news anyway.
Yeah, we're going to talk about
it. We're going to talk about it.
We're raising money for ISIS, mate. We're still going to talk about it.
Honestly, man, I'd love to meet John.
I'd love to get him on. I would absolutely love to get him on.
I'd love to get him on. John, if you are listening to this, please send us an email. It's at the end of the episode. We have to get you on the podcast, whatever it takes, man.
Attach a picture of your knob, please.
Please. It could be a Zoom call. It could be whatever you want, mate. Please, just get in touch.
So, did he give a backstory for why he wants to stop bullying in school? Was he bullied in school?
No, he didn't really provide much of a backstory, as you can expect. But maybe it's something to do with the bullying that his kids have to go through after he's gone through all of this.
I don't think anyone's bullying his kids.
No, to be fair, yeah, you wouldn't mess with a kid that John's their dad. No, you fucking wouldn't.
He turns up at the gates on fire.
Doing 300 punches in a minute. Yeah. He is the hardest man. New hardest geezer, I think.
Yeah, he has to be. You can run the length of Africa, but can you set yourself on fire and drag a police car with your cock? Right, the title I've given this one is He Ain't Heavy, He's My Brother. So I've got a story here coming out of lovely Leicester. A man and his brother were sentenced last week after a 3-year-long manhunt. John Siddell, 41, was set to face trial for child sex offences in 2023.
Oh no.
But was deemed unfit to plead or stand trial. The reason? John was unable to move or talk, with his brother wheeling him around everywhere he went. He was assessed twice by medical professionals who concluded that Siddell was in fact in a comatic state. So clearly he's not a pedo then, right? If you can't even move. You can't do a pedoing if you sit still like a statue, can you? Well, you can imagine Leicestershire Police's shock when John was spotted at a local Elvis Presley tribute night chinning pints of Guinness like there's no tomorrow.
This is the most Little Britain story ever. This is brilliant.
Further CCTV images then emerged of John drinking pints at Wetherspoons and his local social club. The police, of course, went to Siddell's address to arrest him immediately, and I think you can guess what happens next.
Oh yeah, I can. What, they opened the door and he's in a comatose state again.
Despite the evidence against him, Siddell stayed committed to the bit, pretending to be incapacitated throughout his arrest.
Fuck's sake.
They had to drag him into the police van. Now, if you just check the email I sent you and open up the John Siddell picture.
Oh my god.
Also, I've got a punchline here, so can you not comment until I've done it?
Yep. Should I open it?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm opening it. Okay.
As you can see from his pictures, he doesn't look like he'd be easy to carry. He's a big unit, and as you can also see from his pictures, the man is clearly a paedophile.
I'm staring at John in the eyes right now, and I can't lie, I'm terrified. I'm terrified of what he's done and what he might do to me through the screen.
He looks straight out of a nonce thing, doesn't he? The arresting officers said they caught him adjusting his t-shirt after it had ridden up his humongous belly. I added the bit about the belly.
Yeah, was that verbatim from Leicestershire Police?
But they did catch him adjusting his t-shirt despite his comatized state. Alongside John's 15-year sentence, his brother and accomplice James was sentenced to 2 years and 9 months for perverting the courts of justice. Perverting is definitely the right word for these two. 15
years. Good. You know what? That's a good sentence. Finally.
Yeah. It was a 3-year-long process of pretending to be in a wheelchair.
Fucking hell. This is just straight out of Little Britain, isn't it? So his brother got done for being the geezer who pushes him around.
Yeah. And he also took him to all the assessments and
God.
Lied on his behalf. Yeah.
Check his brother's hard drive as well, would you?
But one's brother just sat there with his eyes closed. I can't believe medical professionals were fooled by this.
Honestly, yeah. That's a good point. And also, how did the brother not laugh while this was going on?
Yeah, how are you keeping a straight face, both of you?
They just get, like, as soon as they leave the hospital, just creasing outside.
Oh, but so he's also seen socialising with people in the social club and at the Elvis Presley tribute night. I mean, people. Do the community know about this? Do they know what?
You'd hope not.
John's been up to.
Otherwise, you're gonna have to check everyone's hard drive in that town. If the community are in on this, that is fucking worrying.
It's terrifying.
I'm sure they must not have known. But I mean, all you have to do is look at the fucker.
Oh man.
So my next story is as dark and sad as it is hilarious, but it's so funny I just had to include it. And it's not as dark as the last one anyway. So, an Uzbek man has been deported from Russia after he left a photo review of a black leather skirt on an online shopping website. So the man, known only as Islamon, left a review for a woman's black leather skirt with a picture of himself wearing it, saying, "Great skirt, it conceals not only my figure flaws, but the fact that I'm a guy." So
Okay.
whether or not the review was posted as a joke is unclear, but what's certain is that the Russian courts, who uphold strict anti-LGBT laws, could not see the humour in it. And this is the sad bit. In Russia, the LGBT movement is not only banned, but is even seen as an extremist organisation. So in the end,
Jesus.
Islamon was charged with propaganda of non-traditional sexual preferences by posting information aimed at fostering non-traditional sexual attitudes and the attractiveness of non-traditional sexual relations. Islamon admitted his guilt and asked to be fined, but the court found no mitigating circumstances and forcibly deported him after 5 days of administrative arrest.
Oh my god.
Poor fucker, man.
Do they think the T in LGBT stands for terrorism?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I've got two sort of takes on this. One is like the laws are fucking ridiculous in Russia around this, and it's absurd that the government are so repressive of different sexualities. And then the other thing I think about this is, if you know that's the context, why the fuck would you post a review of you wearing a woman's skirt online? Just don't do that, surely.
But that is my question. Is it a joke? Is he a cross-dresser?
I have no idea. I mean, no one really knows if it was a joke. I don't think he actually... I don't think he actually said whether it was a joke or not. But he admitted that he was guilty of perverting non-traditional sexual values or whatever it is, and asked to be fined because I think he knew what was coming. But yeah, they just deported him straight up, man.
Damn. See, I didn't really know that about Russia. I mean, I knew they were sort of homophobic, but I didn't know it was that extreme.
Yeah, I think it's like a recent turn in the last 5 years. We won't get too political. I've got actually a segue about this, but yeah, so I think over the last 5 years it's got, or maybe 10, it's got super restrictive on LGBT people. So if you post anything online about promoting the LGBT movement, you can actually be arrested. You can be fined, you can be arrested, you can go to prison. It's actually mental what's going on over there. I think Pride is banned. I think all of that's banned. And this story actually reminds me of something really funny, which I'd like to talk about. And this is something I always wanted to cover. So a couple of years ago, there was a party that happened in Moscow. I don't know if you heard about this, called the Almost Naked Party.
I did not hear about this.
Oh, brilliant. This is great stuff. I mean, not great, it's terrible, really, but it's fucking funny. So, it was a celebrity party hosted in a Moscow nightclub in December of 2023 by Russian influencer Nastya Ivleva, where the dress code was, you guessed it, almost naked. The party caused a massive stir with the establishment, and almost everyone in attendance was forced to publicly apologise to maintain their sponsorships and brand deals. So with this dress code, she wanted people to turn up as scantily dressed as they possibly could, with it not being illegal, essentially, was the idea of it. So it was sort of like a kink party sort of thing.
Yeah, fully naked, but socks on the hands.
Yeah. So, Ivleva, who organised this, was actually sued for propaganda of non-traditional sexual relations. So the same thing that Islamon was done with.
Same charge.
Exactly the same thing. But obviously, being a Russian citizen, they couldn't deport her anywhere. And she was forced to pay a fine of 100,000 rubles for organising this. But the funniest part of this pretty dark tale is that one attendee, Russian rapper Vasio, was arrested for 15 days for his outfit at this party, right? And you're going to love this, what he was wearing. His outfit was simply a sock on his cock. Honestly, he deserves to fucking throw him in there, mate. He deserves to be in there, fuck it. What a dick. Well, literally.
But what were the other outfits?
So other people were wearing sort of... half see-through dresses and what are these, what are they called, rope tops, is it? Those kind of things that you can sort of see through and all of that. No one was as naked as this fucker, let me put it that way.
You're right, yeah.
He literally turned up, shoes and a sock on his knob. That was it.
He was the extremist at the party. Yeah. Sock on the cock is funny though.
And so he was put in jail for 15 days, right? And then was released, but then coincidentally drafted for the military operation in Ukraine in May 2024. Completely coincidentally. I'm not going to insinuate anything about that. And then fled for the US.
Fucking hell. Imagine being a Ukrainian family. You just see a guy emerging from a tank with a sock on his knob.
That's the man you got to be scared of. Yeah. He is, by the way, the least scary person I've ever seen in my life. He's one of those, what they call vamp, that sort of group.
Oh yeah, like boy band vibe.
Yeah, sort of what are they? Yeah. Like disciples of Playboy Carti.
Oh, I thought you meant the Vamps.
No. What a throwback though. Yeah. Oh, that was such a good song. All I needed in my life.
Yeah, tune.
No, he wasn't in the Vamps. No, he's one of those, vamp type rappers that super skinny, super emo. So
I want to kill my mum. Yeah,
the type of guy who'd wear a sock on his cock and go to a party.
Yeah, yeah, right. Oh, that's a great story.
I thought.
Well, that's the second leg was a good story. The first leg is just pretty sad.
Yeah, pretty sad for Islamon, man. Good luck in Uzbekistan.
If he's not, what's the word? What's the politically correct term here? Queer? Can I say that?
Homosexual.
If he's not part of the LGBT community,
yeah,
he's a fucking idiot. Then it's funny.
Yeah, honestly, I wish we knew. I wish we knew if it was a joke or not.
We need a VAR check on this.
I think he did say it was a joke, but they just didn't believe him. And to be fair, I don't think I do either.
A joke?
A Christmas joke.
Yeah. Title here as well, you got what you wanted. So we've got another day and another mental OnlyFans story.
Oh, here we go. Very topical.
Mum of three, Michaela Rylarsdam, yeah, let's go with that, has pleaded guilty to involuntary manslaughter after her client died while she fulfilled a peculiar fetish.
Oh, wow.
Michael Dale, 56, died of asphyxiation after paying the model to wrap him up like a mummy.
Fuck.
Sorry, I can't not laugh.
Where'd you sign up for this? Fucking hell.
He also requested her to glue women's boots onto his feet and pour glue over his eyes.
What a fucking kinky fuck.
In a truly shocking turn of events, the fetish session went badly.
Shock.
Yeah, and police officers were called only to find Dale with a plastic bag over his head and duct tape over his mouth.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's pretty dark.
Jesus.
So clearly I don't get out enough because I had no idea that mummification was a common fetish, or maybe I get out too much actually. But
I think it is that you get out too much.
It was even featured on the latest season of the hit show Euphoria, which was met with significant backlash.
Oh, really?
So this is a thing. This is a...
Which episode was that? No, I've actually never heard of this. I'm making far too many jokes for someone who's never heard of this. What was it? Yeah, so he's dead.
Yeah, Dale's in a spliff.
Oh my god.
He's a mummy.
He died doing what he loves though.
So that was... If you thought it wasn't dark enough, that was the funny part. Now the story gets darker.
Oh no.
Dale's roommate told the court that he overheard the victim asking the model to stop.
Oh.
Text messages. I mean, firstly, roommate, you're just sitting there listening to this, are you?
Do you need any plastic bags, Dale? Some more duct tape. Fuck, so you can't have a roommate and be doing all of this.
Yeah, right, he's in as well. You've got to make sure he's out, minimum.
Fuck's sake.
Anyway, text messages between the model and her client also indicate that he never asked for a plastic bag to be put over his head. He just wanted to be mummified.
Okay, this is
It
interesting.
then begs the question, like, did she kill him on purpose?
This is fucking fascinating.
Well, she was given the lower charge of manslaughter rather than murder because she did call 911 and attempt CPR on Dale. She also remained at the scene until the police arrived. It's a curious case.
Very, very strange.
I mean, maybe she's the freak and she put the bag over their head for her own sexual gratification.
So strange, because when you started this story, I was thinking, oh, that's awful that she's going to get in trouble for this. But
yeah,
the longer it went on, the more I was like, fucking throw away the key.
Yeah, poor Michael Dale, if anything.
Yeah, so I wonder how they're going to get to the bottom of this.
Well, she's been charged with manslaughter.
Jeez.
And she pleaded guilty to involuntary manslaughter, so she is going to jail.
But I mean, if you think about it, that's the lightest she could have got off with, really.
Yeah, she did kill a man.
Jeez.
Yeah, so we'll see if that makes it in, because it was...
Yeah, well... No, I think keep it in, but we've got to end it on something funnier than she did kill a man. No, I think that was a good story, but we got to find some other way to end it.
I mean, the fetish of mummification... What is that about?
So is that like taken off at the moment? Because you said it was in Euphoria.
Yeah, I guess it is somewhat taken off. Is that if that's the right way of putting it?
I don't know how else to put it. I mean,
It's gone viral.
Yeah, but Euphoria is introducing people to the worst depths of society, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know too much about it, but I know it's quite depraved.
Yes, yeah, that's what I've heard as well. But I haven't watched it either, but I might have to.
Yeah, so it was met with backlash from Euphoria because it's a infamously dangerous fetish.
Well,
of course,
I've heard about
probably
other
die if
things
you
that
wrap
people
yourself
are
in
doing.
cling
So,
film.
like, people are cutting each other up. Is that real?
What?
You haven't heard about this?
No.
Wow, you really do get out too much.
Yeah, I'm really in the house, to be honest.
Yeah, you're definitely getting out too much. Yeah, I've heard about this too. So people ask to be cut.
I can't even get myself in the headspace to empathise with these people.
Yeah, it's bizarre.
I mean, people say kink shame, right? That's the thing. You're not meant to like have a go at people for what they enjoy in the bedroom, but I think I might shame you for that. It's shameful, isn't it?
It is a bit. I mean, it's also like, where does it end? Do you know what I mean?
Well, it ends with you being mummified until you're dead.
Yeah, that is a fair point. We've seen the end. This is where it all goes.
Yeah.
This is where it all leads. This is what Euphoria is doing to us.
Let me find out how much he paid for this.
For this service. For this euthanization.
Michael Dale paid $11,000 for the encounter.
What?
11,000.
Michael's got his fucking priorities all wrong. He's got a roommate and he's spending 11 grand on this.
I'm guessing she provided the cling film.
11 grand. This guy's mental.
Yeah, £8,000 that is.
Fucking hell. You know, when you hear about these things, like people who have, subscribe to OnlyFans and are paying prosies to do mental things, do you not think, how does someone that depraved end up with that much money?
Where are they getting their money from?
Honestly, I think that all the time about these guys. Like, they all
This is
seem to
like-
be quite minted.
This is like when I saw the homeless guy on the bus buy a PlayStation on his phone in front of me.
That is fucking mental, by the way. That would piss me off so much.
I couldn't believe it.
I mean,
I was struggling to pay the $150 for the bus.
honestly, before you brought that up, I was going to say in the catch-up, but I thought it was too crude to say, but I'm going to start asking homeless people for money. I'm in a fucking bad way, mate. It's crazy bad. Some of them have got better shoes on than me. Mental.
Yeah. For those who don't know the story, I was on the night bus and a homeless man got on and sat in front of me. To me, he was clearly homeless. He had a big bag for life with a sleeping bag on it, was unkept, etc. Gets on in front of me and pulls out a smartphone and purchases a PS5 for £500.
Oh my god.
So yeah, maybe he was just going camping or something, but I don't think so. Urban camping.
Yeah, camping outside Argos to pick up his fucking PS5 in the morning.
Okay, that was a good way to end it then.
Yeah, that was better than he's
Better than
dead.
killing.
A man's dead. That is fucking awful, man. What the hell? 11 grand, by the way. Just go on holiday.
Yeah.
Just go,
Get some sun.
Just go to Barbados or something.
Or you can go all inclusive.
Fucking hell. I hate the fact that much money ends up in those hands.
Yeah. Where does he actually get it from? He's 56. He could have been saving for a long time.
Fucking mental, though. Did these, like, sexual deviants all just work in finance? But then he's got a housemate.
It's possible, to be fair. True.
So weird.
It's a housemate of 5 days, by the way.
5 days?
Yeah, I should have put that in.
We can
5
go
days
on
in.
with that.
Yeah, 5 days into. Imagine you've just moved into a gaff and 5 days in.
Oh my god. 5 days in and you're already handing him duct tape and plastic bags.
Yeah.
And you've witnessed him die 5 days after moving in. Oh my god. What a shit. What a bit of bad luck he's had.
Yeah. Yeah. You'd be ringing the landlord after that. Yeah, you could have told me about the mummification.
Yeah. Imagine seeing the ad on Facebook, like, a roommate needed, don't ask any questions.
Yeah. No cling film.
Yeah.
Okay, so for my next story, Max Branning is up to his old tricks. You
I
are
am
familiar
with Max Browning, yeah, but I have no idea where this story's going.
The Albert Square sleazebag. So, Jake Wood, who played EastEnders icon Max Branning, has apologised after some rather suspect artwork of his was put on display in Brighton. Have a look at this. So I've sent you the email. This is the second picture.
Getting it up. Okay. Okay.
One of Jake's original artworks depicts friend of the show, David Attenborough, with a very cute gorilla on his arm. The problem is that the image is quite obviously AI generated.
Oh, shit, yeah.
There are a few clues, most notably the fact that the little guy is perched on what appears to be Attenborough's third leg. And no, I'm not talking about his penis. He actually appears to have 3 legs.
So, what, the actor's claiming that he's painted this?
So there are some other things that don't make sense, which artist and creator Zoe Bread pointed out in her excellent Instagram video.
Oh, I love Zoe Bread.
Exposing the fraud, yeah. So shout out to Zoe Bread.
Shout out Zoe.
Woods initially defended the artwork, saying, "Just to clarify, I did not use AI to generate any of my artworks. I do not use AI personally." Which, it just absolutely stinks of a kid who's been caught chat GPT in an essay, doesn't it? I don't even use AI. Load of shit, mate. A day later, though, he appeared to pull back on those words, claiming that the images were not generated by him and already existed prior to being used in his work, before adding, "These particular pieces were created in 2024 and not originally intended for inclusion in this exhibition." And then, maybe I'm reading a bit too much into this, but he follows by saying, "Since then, I have not used AI in my artworks and do not intend to moving forward," which does kind of imply that he did use AI to create.
And I do not intend to. Fuck's sake. I mean, we should probably describe this for the listeners. So, we've got the icon that is Max Branning stood next to quite a large canvas of David Attenborough sat down, looking quite regal on like a nice big blue chair with a Union Jack behind him and a little gorilla baby hugging onto his arm. Lovely little picture. But as you say, the gorilla's perched on what looks to be, as you say, not his knob, but a third leg. I mean, what is that? It looks like, you know, the chair of an armchair, but there's no chair to go with it.
There's no chair to go with it, and then like there's an arm for the actual chair, but
yeah,
it's not where it should be.
So strange. But
and Zoe Bread also pointed out, if you look at the top right of the flag,
yeah,
and look at the colour of that blue, it's just a totally different colour.
Which,
like a
where
really
am I supposed to be looking?
So top right of the flag, there's just a thin strip of light blue where it should be dark.
Yeah.
And there's also some other inconsistencies, which I'd encourage you to go and give Zoe Bread's Instagram a look, because it's a very good video, and she talks about all the environmental stuff to do with AI as well, which is necessary, but we don't.
No, we don't care. So, I mean, the bit that confuses me about this is, if it's a print, if it's like done by AI and then printed onto a canvas, wouldn't everyone in the gallery be able to tell that it's not paint? Or does he paint it? Is it like paint by colour or paint by number or something? Like, what is this?
So he claims that it's a mixture of digital collaging, digital painting, and it's just to me it's a load of waffle. He doesn't. Yeah, he seems to say that it's a mixture of digital and real painting.
I find people like this so strange, because he stood next to it so proudly as if he's like spent hours on this. Like, why is he so happy about this?
And so he was originally doing this in memory of the late great Barbara Windsor, aka Peggy Mitchell, who died of dementia. So he was raising money for
poor thing. I didn't know that's
dementia. So he was originally let me find out. 1 second.
Oh, I didn't know that's how Barbara died.
Yeah, she was diagnosed with Alzheimer's.
Oh, poor thing. I'll never forget her on Come Fly With Me with Moses Beacon or whatever the fuck is that.
Yes,
That's brilliant. I love Zoe Bread as well, man.
Yeah, she's class.
She's an icon. She's genuinely probably the best journalist in this country right now. Isn't that ironic though, that like the best journalist is some Gen Zer on Instagram
who puts toast over her face?
Mm-hmm. It's funny how the whole thing started from that parking thing. Do you remember?
What was the part?
I'm a season 1 Zoe Bredder, mate.
Yeah, fair.
Let's keep this in, because I think we should give her a shout out. Yeah, so the whole thing with Zoe Bred started from this parking. There's a street in Manchester where there's like public parking, like council run parking, where you would normally, you know, pay on a phone or a ticket machine or whatever, but all the signs on the street are pointing to a ticket machine that's not for that. So this one street had racked up like hundreds of thousands in fines. And she just exposed the whole thing, basically. And that kind of the council and this company was sort of in cahoots about it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. It was a really good start. That's where she got her break from. And she's just been cooking ever since, man.
Oh, I've only ever seen her do stuff to do with art.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Because she sells art as well.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, so I guess that's her two different strands. She, for some reason, they're quite opposed, but yeah, art and local politics.
Yeah, this is like a fucking Zoe Bread glaze session.
Yeah,
big her up anyway.
Big her up, man. Another friend of the pod.
Yeah.
We wish.
And, so, following the backlash, Max Brannan has pledged to donate 100% of his profits to the Dementia UK, meaning that he wasn't before.
Profits? What profit did you get out of this?
Well, he sold his painting for £2,000.
Fuck, he managed to sell it. What dosser picked this up?
Someone bought it.
But surely, this is what I'm saying about it, is surely you just run your fingers along it and realise it's not paint, or how does it work? So
I don't think he ever claimed it to be not digitally painted.
Right, okay, so it was always just a print.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
But I mean, it's pretty shocking, and it's a very Max Brannan thing to do, I must say.
But we must add that, according to Jake Wood, he actually did paint this. I mean, we have our suspicions, but I don't know. We kind of have to go with what he's saying, I suppose.
I just can't shake the Max Brannan sort of persona from him. I just can't help but think there's some punani involved at the end of it.
Yeah, he does look like a man who's doing this just for Nani. He's like, oh, I'm an artist who's been in an exhibit. Just literally went on ChatGPT for 5 minutes.
Yeah, he tells everyone he's Banksy.
Yeah. I can't believe Banksy's been exposed, by the way. That's so sad.
Yeah, I'm choosing to not engage with it. I haven't actually seen this picture of what he looks like, and I want the mystery to be alive, you know.
Yeah, I think we already spoke about this in a previous episode, but he has a great quote where he says, "No one cared about what I had to say until they didn't know who I was."
Wow, nice.
Yeah, it's a cool quote.
That's a bar. That is a bar.
The only defence, I suppose, is that the third leg of Attenborough was purposefully drawn on for some reason.
So he could. I think if he had more than 3 brain cells in that bald head of his, he probably could have come up with a defence that was like that, but he didn't. Yeah. But I mean, there's other. That's the obvious AI clue, but there's more. There's more than that. And I think it got to the point where, because he first tried to say he didn't use AI at all, and then he admitted that it was AI.
I mean, low-key just has to be, doesn't it? Because it's just so, what's it called when it's photorealistic? It's as if someone's just taken a picture of Attenborough with a gorilla.
Yeah, it's an attempt to deceive, isn't it? Yeah.
You'd have to be one of the best artists in the world to paint this.
Yeah.
Mental.
Oh, man. So his art career is probably ended.
Over before it started.
Probably ended. So he started off with 10% of sales being donated to Dementia UK, and I guess pocketing the rest.
Fuck's sake.
And now it's 100% of the profits. So some business lingo is being deployed here. Because it's gone from 10% of sales to 100% of profit.
Fuck's sake. That is an admission of guilt if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, the profit is the sale minus the ChatGPT subscription.
That's so, yeah, what is the profit in this circumstance?
I guess a laptop. Yeah, he's expensive and everything.
So 100% of a fiver. Yeah. Nice. Good work, mate.
Rest in peace, Barbara Windsor.
Yeah, I'm sure she'll appreciate that. And for my final story this week, I'm sticking to Ben's brief from last week and injecting a bit of AI into this episode. South Africa's communications minister, Solly Matsai, has been forced to withdraw the country's national AI policy after it was discovered that it was partially written by AI. After some not so vigorous analysis, media outlets found the AI policy proposal contained at least 6 sources that were entirely made up.
Oh no.
While some of the fake articles cited were from real journals, some sources were complete AI hallucinations, including the South African Journal of Philosophy, AI and Society. I mean, as if that fucking exists. Yeah. Philosophy, AI and Society in South Africa. Anyway, Malatsi has apologised for the incident and said there will be consequences for those responsible for the draft, which has since been pulled and is awaiting revision.
Yeah, I mean, that is just ridiculous, isn't it?
It's ridiculous. I mean, we're all screwed, man, if this is what's going on in the upper echelons of government.
I don't think the South African government can be described as the upper echelons of government.
Yeah, fair enough. It was probably just one bloke who had to write this whole AI policy proposal.
Yeah, right. It was one of his 3 jobs.
And by consequences, he's dead. But come on, South African Journal of Philosophy, AI and Society.
I mean, that could easily exist. They have universities and shit.
I think that's way too specific, but maybe not.
I mean, clearly it doesn't exist. I don't know why I'm arguing with you.
Oh, what? The South African Journal of Philosophy, AI and Society. I'm a subscriber.
Yeah, I'm on ChatGPT's side. I think it's real.
It is really annoying how it just makes up sources, isn't it?
Yeah, I tend not to use it for that kind of thing now for that reason.
Yeah, I mean, why is it so keen? I know the whole point is it has to give you an answer, but don't.
Yeah, just say I don't know. Surely.
We're not going to judge you, mate.
Yeah, I've started being really nice to AI now. I've been saying my please and thank yous.
I've stopped since Sam Altman told us not to. I've fallen for it.
Oh, you're listening to that guy? I'm
listening to God.
Yeah.
Oh, new God.
He's not even God. He's like the prime mover. He's making God.
Yeah.
He's creating God. What does that make him?
What does it make him? It makes him Dr. Frankenstein, doesn't it?
He's God of gods, yeah. Well, speaking of releasing a beast, a woman in Massachusetts has been sentenced to 6 months in jail after trying to stop her friend from being evicted by the police. Rebecca Woods, 59, pulled up to her friend's house, who was a 79-year-old with cancer, and began opening up some boxes on the back of her truck. Through the body cam footage, you can then hear a police officer utter some of the scariest but most hilarious words you will ever hear. "She's opening the bees!" A swarm of highly agitated bees then descended on the officers, causing one of them to be hospitalised.
Oh my God.
When Woods was told about some of the officers' allergies, Woods replied, "Oh, you're allergic? Good."
Nice. I love this woman.
I made that 2-0. Thousands of bee lives were lost in the incident, as some of the hives brought by Woods were crushed as she fought with police. Woods has herself been the victim of several evictions, and she claimed her insect attack was a sincere hope that he would not suffer the humiliation and devastation of losing your home. So I think her intentions were honourable, but it does go to show that one man's terrorist is another man's freedom fighter. And she's facing 6 months in jail.
Oh, poor thing, man. She's a great. Honestly, that's what you need when you say friend. That's what you want.
Yeah, facts. What a great friend.
Poor thing as well. The other person being evicted, man.
Yeah, so sad. 79-year-old suffering with cancer.
It's one of those as well where it's like no one's really responsible. So I also feel bad for the police. I don't know who to feel bad for.
Yeah, and
here.
so in the video, the police were actually really quite polite and nice.
Yeah, I mean it's the worst thing you're gonna have to do, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's
But
mental.
even when she was sort of just gearing up to get, and in the video, which is very funny, before she opens up the boxes, she puts on she's a beekeeper. She's a beekeeper,
Okay,
which is
that makes more sense.
Which is how she has access to these bees. You can see her. She doesn't come in her full suit. She puts it on in front of them. And then she's also arrested in her full beekeeper suit. It's so The Simpsons. It's like
We all need a friend like Woods.
we do. I mean, in a way, it's a heartwarming story. The big downside, I guess, is that he was actually evicted successfully.
Well, I mean, yeah, the downside is he's been evicted, she's in prison, so it's not exactly heartwarming, is it?
But they went down fighting at least.
Yeah, we've got to go down with a fight. And unfortunately, that's all we have time for this week.
We really enjoyed recording this episode, so we hope you did too. If you did, make sure you leave us 5 stars.
Follow us as well, so you don't miss out on new episodes.
Unnewsworthy will be dropping every Friday to end your week with some laughter.
And if you have got any stories to share with us, do get in touch by emailing unnewsworthypodcast@gmail.com.
Thank you for listening. We'll see you next Friday.
Good.
Nice.
Nice.